You ever try to figure out who used up all the dish soap in a house that is not even yours? That is basically the mystery you sign up for the second you start hosting midterm stays. Midterm rentals usually run somewhere between 30 and 180 days, long enough for guests to unpack their whole life and short enough that you blink and they are gone. Somewhere in that window, your shampoo, your paper towels, and your dignity quietly disappear. Here's the plain truth. Consumables are anything that gets used up instead of staying the same. Think toilet paper, dish soap, coffee pods, sponges, and light bulbs. Furniture is not consumable. A couch does not vanish after one nap, but a bar of soap absolutely does. The first mistake most hosts make is assuming one stocking list works for every stay length. A weekend guest sips coffee twice, a midterm guest treats your kitchen like their own personal Starbucks for 2 months straight. So step 1 is building an actual inventory sheet, not just a mental note that lives in your head next to your Wi-Fi password. List every consumable item, the starting quantity, the unit cost, and the expected usage rate per 30 days, like a tiny budget spreadsheet for toilet paper. Think of it like 1985 all over again, except instead of tracking cassette tapes, you are tracking paper towel rolls. The method is old, the item just got an upgrade. Now here's where the confusion usually kicks in. Hosts wonder if they should charge guests directly for every roll of paper towels used. Most experienced hosts do not do itemized consumable billing. Instead, they build the average expected cost into the nightly or monthly rate, because nobody wants a hotel-style minibar guilt trip over shampoo. That said, some hosts do use a light touch policy for restocking, where basic consumables are provided at move-in and guests are simply asked to replenish anything they use up daily, like coffee or dish soap. This works well for stays over 60 days because guests genuinely settle into a routine and start shopping for themselves anyway. For big-ticket consumables like air filters or water filter cartridges, this is where a replacement fee makes sense, and you should be upfront about it in the listing description, not as a surprise charge. A good rule of thumb is charging a flat fee that covers the item cost, plus a small buffer for your time, maybe $15 for a filter that costs you $8. Doubt creeps in here too. Some hosts worry that charging for anything makes them look cheap. But think about it this way. Would you rather look cheap for a moment, or quietly lose $40 a month in random supplies with zero paper trail to explain where it went? Community wisdom from hosting forums keeps repeating one lesson: track it or lose it. Hosts who use a simple spreadsheet or app to log consumable purchases against expected usage catch waste patterns fast, sometimes discovering one unit somehow burns through twice the toilet paper of every other unit combined. A funny twist nobody warns you about: midterm guests often over-restock instead of under-restocking, because they are trying to be polite and end up buying enough paper towels to survive a small apocalypse. That actually works in your favor if you have a clear policy that says unused sealed items stay in the unit for the next guest. The real system that works best blends 3 things: a documented starting inventory with photos, a simple expected use per month baked quietly into your pricing, and a clear line in your house rules about who buys what during long stays. This removes the guesswork and the awkward money conversations almost completely. Preparation beats detective work every single time, because nobody wants to become a soap forensics expert at 10 at night before a new guest arrives. A 5-minute checklist during turnover saves you from becoming the human equivalent of a hotel minibar audit. So the next time you restock a unit, think of yourself less like a landlord and more like a quiet supply chain manager who just happens to also deal with plumbing questions. Want to learn more about how we handle midterm rental systems like this? Check out our links in the description below.